In 1950s, Navy revealed that the computer will be able to walk, talk, see, write and reproduce itself and can be conscious of its existence. But how did they came up with such a groundbreaking conclusion? I'll tell you. Today we have an exciting topic lined up for you. If you have ever wondered how the human brain inspired the development of early artificial intelligence, you are in for a treat. But hold on, if you are new here, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can never miss out an exciting AI content. Don't worry if you're not an AI expert, I will be your guide and let's move forward with today's story. Introducing Frank Rosenblatt, who is the man behind it, and he's the father of deep learning. He literally changed the perception of this whole world with his revolutionary practice of understanding about human brain by diving deep into its mysteries. He invented an amazing theory called Perceptrons. So basically, he took this idea from a research by a neuroscientist in 1940s and created a very primitive replica of neurons in the brain with adjustable resistors and tiny motors. The basic idea is a collection of small units called neurons. These are little computing units, but they are actually modeled on the way that the human brain does its computation. They take incoming data like we do from our senses and they actually learn, so the net can learn to make decisions over time. Rosenblatt's hope was that he would feed a neural network with a bunch of data and the neural network will eventually learn from the database. So he specially built special purpose machine with adjustable resistors controlled by little motors which went through different layouts and algorithms. These machines were not exactly the computers because they were pretty slow in speed at that time. In 1950s, but it was a simulated IBM 704 machine, a 5-ton computer the size of a room which was fed a series of punch cards. After 50 trials, the machine taught itself to distinguish cards marked on the left from cards marked on the right. This was a demonstration of the Perceptron. Rosenblatt described the Perceptron as machine capable of perceiving, recognizing and maybe identifying its surrounding without any human training or control. What could they do? Well, this machine was able to identify different letters and later it was also able to identify that whether the picture is of male or female by the dataset which was fed. It could be achieved by giving perceptrons lots of examples, including some with the unusual hairstyles. Can you believe the journey from slow machines in 50s to the inception of deep learning? Have you ever wondered about the challenges of early AI pioneers? Let me know in the comments below. Over here, all his research led him to deliver the first computer, Mark I Perceptron in 1960s, which was designed mainly for image recognition. It was a black box much like the present day neural network with an input layer, hidden layer and the output layer. It could learn new skills by trial and error using a type of neural network that mimics human thought processes. New Navy device learns by doing. With this, the headline in the New York Times proclaiming that it is a revolution. Rosenblatt's Perceptron had a profound impact on the field of AI and it was also one of the first models to demonstrate the machine learning. For sure, there were critics at that time too about this research because this was just one problem. It didn't work well because his neural network was the single layer of neurons and it was extremely limited in what it could do. But scientists had this belief that multiple layers of perceptrons will fix this problem. And a colleague of his wrote a book in his late 60s which showed this limitation. And it kind of put the whole area of research into a deep freeze. No one wanted to work in this area because they were sure that it will never work. Nothing worked for 17 long years. Perceptron got stuck due to lack of knowledge of backpropagation algorithm, which worked by minimizing the difference between the actual and desired values by adjusting the weights of the neural network model. It could make the neural network learn or extract features and generalize a pattern or sequence of inputs to make fairly accurate predictions on unseen representations of data. And in 1986, Geoffrey Hinton presented his work on it, but there was still a hurdle: the dataset. And this kept the question alive. Have we understood our brain recognizes objects we see in our daily lives? With every passing day, neuroscience researchers are postulating brain theories that they are helping us in understanding how our brain learns, perceives, and memorizes patterns. Frank Rosenblatt Perceptron was a pioneering achievement in the history of AI. While it had limitations, it introduced the concept of learning to machines and laid the groundwork for subsequent developments in neural networks and machine learning. The Perceptron serves as a testament to the importance of simple, fundamental ideas in driving progress in AI. Today, neural network, including deep learning models, owe these existence to the humble beginnings of the Perceptrons, and it remains a crucial chapter in the story of artificial intelligence. What do you think about this incredible journey and the amazing research that I'm bringing in front of you? And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. See you tomorrow with another fascinating story.
You're keeping me on. Yeah, I'm strapped in, stuck in a song.